All right, this is part 4. I have 10 minutes and 30 seconds left. Obviously, you guys better enjoy this listening series while you can, because once I find out how wicked you are, I'm done. And I am never making any videos for you ever again, man. Zero, man. You guys know I'm not going to do my we know you won't let us do it, yes. So when I'm poor, I'm generous enough to even though you can't see my face, obviously, and I'm officially signing out, obviously, on my listening series. In this listening series, I'm going to be pumping out videos for you for a good, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years. Obviously. The problem is I ran out of this to talk about. Hence why for most of my videos, I'm going to be repeating the same things over and over again. But I told you, anything out of America is interesting. I'll try to find other topics to talk about for tomorrow, but we'll see what happens, obviously. So you better fucking enjoy this stupid listening series, why so can, on this Sabotage channel. Because once I'm king on peace and hell, you're never going to hear from me and VJ ever again. Because I don't play around with death, man. Because you guys are reprobate people, man. Yeah, man. Hence why Skysys will be what? The best brand. Should I have a magazine line? I don't know. I'm going to have this talk with VJ. I'm going to ask VJ, hey VJ, if you want to have a Sky Source magazine line, we can have a Sky Source magazine line if you want to. We can sell on Amazon too, if you want. I can have me and VJ have a Sky Source magazine line. You can have our photographers take all the pictures for the magazine, and the actors will be featured on the magazines with you. The Peter Jackson and the actors will be featured on all the magazines. You can hire people to write if you want. You can do that, obviously. We can do that. Probably, most likely not, though. Because Skysers is a film and company, we don't need a magazine. But I'll have this talk with VJ. Hey, VJ, if you want to have a Skysers magazine line, we can have our own Skysers magazine line, if you want. We can have our own Skysers magazine line. We can take pictures with me, VJ, Peter Jackson, and the actors can get all the main ones only. They get featured on the magazines, and we sell it on Amazon if you want. You sell the magazines on Amazon. And if the actors are featured on there, you can pay them $250K for being featured on the magazine if you want. For the magazine sales, you can do that. We'll see what happens. If I have my own magazine line, which I most likely won't, but me and VJ can even have our own magazine line if we want. We'll make more money. We'll make hundreds of millions, obviously. We can have our own magazine line, but most likely not. I think I'm just going to keep it simple. Like, Skysers is a film entertainment company. It's not a what? It's not a modeling company. It's a film entertainment company. Those ads and posters, and 4K Blu-ray case covers and digital ads on my website is more than enough. We don't need a magazine line. But I'll have this talk with VJ. We'll see what happens, obviously, right? That's why Skysers will be the best brand in the entertainment industry. You guys can see the future. You already know what I'm talking about. You know how top-notch my Skysers company. You're looking at the best brand in the entertainment. It's a luxury office. Me and VJ are gonna pimp out our luxury office like crazy. Automatic doors, man. A luxury. When the actors walk into the office, the automatic door opens. You have this GPS. Walk into Sky Source. They sit on this nice luxury couch. I'm gonna buy luxurious couches. I'm gonna have a table. I'm also gonna have magazines. And the secretaries will be on the bottom floor. They have their open desk, a nice luxury open desk. Obviously, okay, sit down. Ivan and Reach will be with you in a second, obviously. And then I'll have this elevator that takes us to the second floor. And the second floor is when me and VJ's office is, obviously. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni's or J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson's office will be, obviously. They'll be sharing the two offices. And then the head of production, script legal advisor, and accountant will have their own offices. And that's where they're going to be making the business calls. They're going to be boss, obviously. This is what I'm talking about. You're looking at a luxury office. You guys already know what I'm talking about. You can see the future. That's why Skysys will blow Hollywood out of the water. Yes, the executives in Hollywood have nice offices, but they don't own luxury offices with automatic doors like Ivan and VJ, man. I and VJ are going to own. We're going to have a nice parking lot, nice brick. I'm also going to have a nice water fountain in my parking lot. Yeah, man. And right next to my building is a building where the special effects team work. Nice ass building, the concert art room where the special effects team, all the advanced special effects equipment, all be there. Yeah, something top notch. Something better than ILM. ILM, I believe, is like the best company for special effects. George Lucas, Lucasfilm company, right? Think of something better than ILM, as I'm putting $390 million towards special effects. As I'm going to release the best revolutionary technology. When Peter Jackson, when we do post-production, when Peter Jackson's in that room, he's going to be shocked like, holy shit, man. Skysys is so much better than Hollywood. This is unheard of special effects, unheard of technology, unheard of computer software. Yeah, man. Better than Hollywood, yeah. As I'm pouring almost $400 million towards special effects alone, man. Most big budget movies, they put like $30-40 million towards special effects. And I'm putting $400 million towards special effects. And tens of millions towards set building. The armor and weapons, the best armor and weapons. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I'm also going to build a nice, luxurious dock, and I'm going to park my yacht there. And that's where me and Vijay are going to do our parties in the yacht with the actors. For the attitudes, after the attitudes, we party up in the yacht with Peter Jackson. Yeah, man. Something top notch. Yeah, man. That's why Scotch is the best man in the entertainment business. Yeah, man. Better than Hollywood, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You're looking at something top notch. Yeah. So for the organization movie, I want the crewman who worked on James Bond. James Bond. John Wick. James Bond's a bigger movie. I'll have this crewman who worked on James Bond. Obviously, the only people who are coming back for all my movies are like the head chefs, the designers, and like the photographers and all of them. They're all coming back, obviously. Whereas the concept artists I want different people, and the crewmen I want different people. As the people who worked in Lord of the Rings are not best for the Great Escape movie. I want the people who worked on James Bond to work on the Great Escape movie. Obviously, right? Something tells me I want to hire Christopher Nolan for that movie, but I don't want to do those directors like that, man. If Christopher Nolan's hired, I can pay him like $35 million to direct my movie, 35, 40 million to direct, executive produce, and the core of my Great Escape movie if you want, because the guy's a genius, man. He's a fucking genius. In my opinion, Christopher Nolan is the best director in Hollywood today. Today, if you want to go based off history, I'd probably say Steven Spielberg or James Cameron. Obviously, Christopher Nolan. I'm not kidding around. Like I don't mean to be cocky, man. But Christopher Nolan, man, the guy's a fucking genius, man. He's a fucking genius. He's the best Hollywood director today, man. The guy is a fucking genius, man. He's the best Hollywood director today, man. And I guarantee you, even a lot of directors, yeah, Christopher Nolan is like one of the best, yeah. Today, obviously. If you want to talk about history, I'd probably say Steven Spielberg. Because Steven Spielberg has a lot of amazing movies that he made. Obviously. You have what? You have Jurassic Park, fucking amazing. One of the best ones ever made. You have E.T., he did Indiana Jones. Yeah, he has a lot of amazing movies, obviously. But nowadays, his movies aren't the greatest. You know what I'm saying here? That's why today, I'd say Christopher Nolan. In terms of history, I'd say either James Cameron or Steven Spielberg. Because Terminator it was fucking amazing. Terminator is one of the best movies ever made, man. The second one was one of the best movies ever made. They're both fucking geniuses, obviously. Obviously, right? Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson are up there too, but I wouldn't say they're the best. But they're up there too, obviously. They're one of the best, obviously, because Lord of the Rings is the best movie shows ever made. Nothing will top that, man. That's why I want Peter Jackson so badly to direct a movie. But at the same time, I want Mel Gibson to direct a movie badly because he did Passion of Christ. And Passion of Christ is also a masterpiece too. Because Mel Gibson, you have the horror aspect of Passion of Christ with the demons, the atmospheric horror with the demons and the vibe of Jesus, obviously. With Peter Jackson, you have the world building of Lord of the Rings, and you also have the action sequences of Lord of the Rings. That's why they're both perfect. That's why those two directors are gonna have to fight for the role. Obviously, they're gonna have to fight for this role. But something tells me, I don't know, man. Something tells me Mel Gibson's around, but something I'm kind of leaning towards Peter Jackson now because I'm hiring Lord of the Rings crewman. So something tells me I might hire Peter Jackson. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And if he's hired, he's going to be saved, obviously. He's going to be the boss of my movie. I'll pay him $72 million for the role to direct my movie, which is good enough. I'm not going to hire enough for him. If he wants $89 million, he's being very greedy. If he wants a piece of my royalty, I'm not giving him a piece of the royalties. $72 million is good enough. You get your $10 million signing bonus, you get your $60 million start production. You get your money for your commercials, if I do commercials, obviously, which I most likely will. And you get your $2 million for the release. That's good enough. You're not getting a piece of the postal sales. And you're not getting a piece of the movie, so that's good enough. If you don't like my offer, go back to Hollywood. Go back and be doing this if you don't like my offer. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy the start of this Ivan's listening series. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, I will most likely make another video. It's Ivan Amaya. I'm signing out. Peace.